Hi there everyone, this is a battle new releases. We're going to be going through the Codex Adeptus Sororitas and we're going to be looking at the different releases that GW has just announced and discussing them really. That's what the plan is anyway, so I'll just lock my phone into the holster and we should be good to go. So hello there everyone, how is everyone? Is everyone amazing? Is everyone amazing? I'll just lower the light slightly because the light is a little bit high and it sort of could do with reducing, couldn't it? It's a bit over bright. There we go, that's a little bit better. So let's take a look at the Codex, shall we? Hello there everyone. Right, let's take a closer look at the Codex and the new releases that we have. So the main things that have been getting everyone extra excited are, when I find the picture, this absolutely amazing flying thing, which is, when I find it in the book, there, the Junith Eruthia. Dun, 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 dun. And we're going to be taking a closer look at the rules on this bad boy. Yes, very interesting item. Those are the specific data sheets, and hopefully this damn thing can focus. There we go. That's the sort of rules that we're going to be looking at, and we're also going to be looking at the new releases really that everyone's been pre-ordering because it's rather interesting, rather interesting. So we're going to be taking a closer look today at the Codex and at the different things that are out. Yes, so I've just got my laptop set up here and we're going to be taking a look at that. So, here we go. Let's take a look at these new releases because they're super exciting. And here's the exorcist tank that we're going to be looking at. The exorcist tank is rather funky indeed. So we're going to be taking a close look at this as well because we have some exciting things to be looking at really. Some exciting Sisters of Battle. So what sort of new releases are you currently got? What are you currently looking at with the new releases? Because if we look at the Exorcist, we're going to be seeing some interesting rules, to say the least. These are the Exorcist rules that we're going to be taking a look at, and there's the rules for you just there. And on closer inspection, what the Exorcist is going to give us is Exorcist is a single model equipped with an Exorcist missile launcher, heavy bolter. The Exorcist conflagration rockets have a range of 48 inches. That's a rather 48 inches, and they're a heavy 3d6, strength 8, -2 AP and 1 damage. The Exorcist missile launcher is going to have 48 inch range and heavy 3d3, strength 8, -3 AP and damage is on a D6. That's what we're going to be looking at there. A damage is on a D6, so very interesting indeed. I wonder if you have a pre-order. Do you have a pre-order in for the Exorcist? Because I'm very tempted to get my hands on the Exorcist model, but I'm not quite sure yet. So then looking over at the Retributor squad, a few people are looking at the Retributor squad. That was up for pre-order as well. So that's kind of cool. The pre-order one that's currently up. And with the Retributor squad, it says this unit contains 1 Retributor Superior and 4 Retributors. It can additionally contain up to 5 Retributors, which will increase its power rating to a 2+. Every model is equipped with a bolt pistol, bolt gun, frag grenades and crack grenades, which is kind of handy sort of thing to be taking your sisters into battle with. Certainly. So, looking closer at that, our abilities are Acts of Faith, Sacred Rites and Shield of Faith, which are on the lesser pages at the back. We'll look at them in a second. We're looking at Simulacrum Imperialis. If a model in this unit has a Simulacrum Imperialis, then once per phase you can perform 1 act of faith with this unit. Even if you have already performed 1 or more acts of faith in this stage. Phase, should I say. So that could be a handy ability. And we have several more handy abilities over here that we're going to be taking a look at. A little look-ski at. And one is Faithful Advance. Models in this unit do not suffer a penalty for moving and firing heavy weapons. Now that could be handy. What heavy weapons are we allowed to take though? That is the interesting thing. Because war gear options. Up to 4 Retributors can be equipped with 1 weapon from the heavy weapons list instead of one of the bolt guns. So that could be a very handy thing, because up to 4 Retributors can be equipped and the squad is 1 Retributor Superior and 4 Retributors. So effectively the squad can be set up, but you're going to be Faithful Advance, so that's fine. Rites of Fire. Add 4 inches to the range characteristic of heavy flamer models in this unit are equipped with. So we're going to have lots of fire according to this special ability just here, which is very handy to have. And I'll move over here because that light isn't best. And yes, Armour Cherub. If this unit has an Armoured Cherub, now is that going to be a miniature in the kit? That's going to be an interesting thing. What do you think? What do you think? Leave me a comment in the side if you think that, we need to know what this Armoured Cherub is. A Miriam Cherub is represented by an Miriam Cherub model. So it is represented by an Miriam Cherub model, but it does not count as a model for any rules purposes. Okay, so we've got this model which sort of signifies that the squad has that ability. And it says if this unit has a Miriam Cherub, then after a model in this unit shoots with a ranged weapon, that Miriam Cherub can reload the model's weapon. If it does, that Miriam Cherub is removed from play and that model can immediately shoot with that ranged weapon again. So it just gives us a second shot really. Whilst the unit with a Miriam Cherub is on the battlefield, that Miriam Cherub must be within 2 inches of it. Now the question is, can we only take 1 per unit, or are you? I imagine this is only 1 per unit that we're going to be looking at. So that's just something to bear in mind. just something to bear in mind, guys. And going back to the exorcist model, which is here, we're going to start off with movement 12 up to 7 wounds. So it's got 12 wounds maximum, but up to 7 we can still move 12 inches. We've got a ballistic skill of 3 and attacks 3. Once we drop down to 4 to 6, we're going to be moving 6 inches, which could be an issue, and a ballistic skill of 4 plus, and attacks are D3. So you're sort of gambling on your attacks, really. And then once we go down to 1 to 3 wounds, oh dear, we need faith in the Emperor once again, because we're going to be doing 4 inches movement, so very tricky to get out of trouble, and 5 plus ballistic skill, ooh, and attacks is 1, just 1, that's all you get, that's all you're gonna get. So, but the war gear options for the Exorcist is this model can be equipped with Exorcist conflagration rockets instead of 1 Exorcist missile launcher. This model additionally can be equipped with 1 hunter killer missile. So it's kind of handy that we can do it, but if you have a hunter killer missile, you can only use it once per battle. So is that going to be worthwhile points wise? I mean, there's points in the back of this, but after chapter approved, these are no good. So I mean, I'm not sure, I haven't got a copy of chapter approved, but I'm sure they've updated them by now. Let's look at some pretty pictures, shall we? Hi, I'm new. Can you explain how Warhammer works, please? Well, haha, we have the codex, but in the Sisters of Battle box set, it also comes with the core rules. So, if you pick up the Sister of Battle box set here, or any other box sets usually, it will come with a core rules datasheet there, and that's going to be rather handy to hold on to, and that explains how it works. But they are also available for free at gamesworkshop.com. You can find them on the website, absolutely no problemo. So let's look at some pretty pictures, shall we? Ooh, the book. I've got the limited edition book, which is extra nice. This came in the box. Ooh, but it's very nice. Very, very nice. And let's take a look at the rather nice miniatures. I want miniature pictures. This is what I want. Okay. Ooh, that's a rather nice artwork though. Look at the artwork in this. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty indeed. So the artwork is super nice. Super nice. So that's handy. But let's take a deeper look into what we're getting here. So, hiya, glad you're enjoying your sister's army. The codex looks cool. It is very cool. I'm just trying to get some like the miniatures pictures. There's some amazing pictures of the miniatures, and it looks like they've got a little bit of Alpha Legion going on in the corner. I'm sure that's Alpha Legion there. I'm curious when the train way out will get scenery. Soon. We shall be getting some scenery soon. We shall be getting some scenery soon. Do not fear. Do not fear. So, looking at the amazing miniatures. Look, I think our Various is taking a little smooch there though. But here we go. Trying to get the best possible pictures here. Here we go. Let's focus on that. There we go. Very, very nice indeedy. Very, very nice. And I've got Sister Superior as well. She's a very nice model. Very, very nice model. And let's flick over. Here we go. Here is our exorcist. This is the picture that I wanted to show everyone. This is the exorcist. Dun, 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 dun. So that's going to be our exorcist that is launching very soon, and it's very, very pretty. Very, very pretty indeed. Look at the front four, scooping up heretics, scooping up the heretics, and they've shown it very nicely down below. There we go. There we go, Skers. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. So I'm liking that an awful lot. I am. Very, very much. What other pretty pictures? Now, I desperately need to build the Penitent engine from the box set, because they now come in packs of 2. So I've just got 1, which is kind of a bit of a bummer in the box set. I mean, I understand why they only put 1 in the box set, but that's our Penitent engine, and I desperately need to build this model. Super, super need to build this model. So let's take a closer look at the Penitent engine there. Ooh, very nice. So if you defy the Emperor, you're getting placed in one of these suckers. Oh yes. With no front protection. I love how there's absolutely no front protection whatsoever. That Exorcist is one of the most awesome vehicles in the whole 40k range. Loved it. Did you see the new Penitent variant with the... Yes, the sarcophagus. Yes. I like that because I saw a few comments and people were complaining about... oh, well, why is there no protection on the front, so to think? Oh, why is there no front protection? You know, of the Penitent engine, and it's like, ha ha ha! Well, you've got it now. So, where is our Penitent engine? I'm trying to find it. Immortalator. Penitent engine. You see, I think it's been added. I don't even know if it's in the codex. With the thing. But there we go. Here is our Penitent engine rules. Very interesting. Indeedy. So taking a smooch at the rules. Yes. Taking a smooch at the rules, it says here that this unit contains 1 Penitent engine. It can be additionally contain up to 3 Penitent engines. Well, that's handy because I can buy the 2-pack and then have 3. It increases the power rating by 3+ per model. Every model is equipped with 2 heavy flamers and 2 Penitent flails. They like the flails, don't they? The arcoflagellants and the flails. Right. Now, there's no add thing here that mentions the sarcophagus. Does not mention the sarcophagus at all. But heavy flamer is range 8. So, I mean, these are definitely close combat. These are definitely going to be close combat guys. Heavy flamer range 8, heavy D6, strength 5, minus 1 AP, damage 1. 1 damage. Heavy D6. So we're going to be getting some interesting damage there, like attacks. When resolving an attack with this weapon, do not make a hit roll. It automatically scores a hit. Nice, because it's a flamer. Flamage. Okay, Pertient Buzzblade, melee, strength 3, AP -3, damage 2. If the bearer is equipped with 2 of this weapon, then the bearer fights. When the bearer fights, make 1 additional attack using this profile. Well, that kind of makes sense because there's 2 of them. Pertient Flail. Here's the flails, guys. Melee, +1, -2 AP, damage 1. Make 3 hit rolls for each attack made by this weapon instead of 1. That's interesting. If the bearer is equipped with 2 of this weapon, then when the bearer fights, it makes 1 additional attack using this profile. So it's whipping into shape. Any model can be equipped with 1 Pertient Buzzblade instead of 1 Pertient Flail. Any model can be equipped with 2 Pertient Buzzblades instead of 2 Pertient Flails. So they're giving you the option of taking away flails and adding Buzzblades instead. Zealot ability and Berserker Killing Machine. When a model in this unit would lose a wound, roll d6 on a 5+, that wound is not lost. So we've sort of got some sort of like wound, I'm not going to get wounded ability, which is very handy. That's going to be very handy in melee combat, but it's a little bit long-winded maybe to sort of remember that. When a model in this unit would lose a wound, I mean, I guess they're trying to do like the disgustingly resilient in a way. I'm sure they've added extra bits that weren't in. Stratagems we'll cover in another video because they are rather in depth indeed. And let's look at some pictures of some miniatures because these miniatures look absolutely amazing. There we go. Absolutely super cool miniatures. Very nice. Look at these are they arco-flagellants? No, they're like sword duties. Yeah, oh, there's the arco-flagellants there. Here we go. Very nice and very exciting. Exciting times with the miniatures. Exciting times with the miniatures. So, that's our sort of review that we've had. And it's rather nice indeed. So what sort of pre-orders have you placed? That is my question to you. Have any of you placed any pre-orders? What do we all think of the miniatures? Are we thinking they're rather nice? Because I believe that I am. I believe that they are very nice miniatures, and I just can't wait for this one. This one's going to be so amazing. Just look at that miniature. Oh yes, this is what we need, GW. More flying pulpits of the Emperor. We need, oh yeah, the paper is super shiny. Look, whoa, shiny. We need more floaty things. Yes, more floaty things, please. That's what we would like. That's what we are looking for, GW. Floaty sisters. And the arco-flagellants are really cool. Really cool. I mean, they're just a melee, like you're just doing melee with the arco-flagellants. But there we go. Whoa, they are super cool. Super cool. Really can't wait to get my hands on the new arco-flagellants. Really can't wait to get my hands on them. And this unit contains 3 arco-flagellants. It can additionally contain up to 2 arco-flagellants, power rating +1, or up to 7 arco-flagellants, power rating +4. It contain 1 endurance instead of 1 arcoflagellant. Now what does the contain 1 endurance instead, so we can add an endurance. What does an endurance do different? I can't. Oh, we have 3 attacks with an endurant. An arcoflagellant has 2 attacks, and an endurant has 3 attacks. So you can upgrade the arcoflagellant to an endurance. Every model is equipped with arcoflails, which are strength plus melee, strength +1, AP -1, damage 1. Make D3 hit rolls for each attack with this weapon instead of 1. So we're doing D3 hit rolls again, which should be interesting. Again, we have berserk killing machines. When a model in this unit would lose a wound, roll 1d6 on a 5+, that wound is not lost. Easilarchy, I can't say that word. I heard it before. If your army is battleforged, this unit does not take up a slot in the detachment that includes any Ministorum priests. So that's kind of handy. I mean, it's only going to be interesting, like with battleforged, it's only if you're going to be competing competitively, really. That's going to be like competitive play issues. And what does everyone think about the Immortalator? Because the Immortalator looks so cool. Oh, stained glass. That's what we need. Look at the stained glass window that we're getting. And I wonder if we can use the glaze, Citadel glazing. Is that see-through? I think that's see-through plastic, isn't it? I think... Is it see-through plastic or is it solid? I want to know, but it'd be interesting to see if we can, what we can do with that. Look at that, that is just so amazing. Whoa. The detailing they're doing there now is just so cool. So cool indeed. Absolutely super coolio. And yeah, the Sisters of Battle. I mean, if this is what are the things that are to come with GW, then I am really, really excited as to what is coming up. Really excited about what they're going to do next, because if this is what they've done with Sisters, then, you know, could you imagine if they start redoing Imperial Guard? Like, what we need some like resculpts on Imperial Guard. Come on, GW. I'm trying to find some like really nice miniature pictures just to end on, like the kind of scooped at, you know, like the codex is good, but I wonder if this codex is different to the other codex. What are we looking at? Miniatures, pictures. I think that's, we've got that one. That one. Ooh, there's our Defenders of the Faith. Let's take a look at this picture. That is very nice. There's our Defenders of the Faith. The lovely Defenders of the Faith. Defending us nicely. Yes, they are. And there's our Penitent engine. Well, now we found out we're getting engines too. Arcoflagellants. And then it does sort of explain. Oh, so that's what we get in the box set, is it? Right, I think that's explaining the items that we get in the box set. Now is this... what I want to know is this codex specific to the box, or if I get the other codex, is it going to have additional pages in it? That's the real question. No, it's got points in that, so they did put points. Ecclesiarchy, that's the word I was trying to find before. The defenders look quite basic in plastic moulding from the magazine. Are they cheaper then? I don't know, it's all the same plastic. I've got the set here so we can take a closer look if you want. We can look at some sprues. Have the sprues. What are we looking for? You don't get like mega loads. So here are the sprues. Trying to find a decent background for it. But there we go. These are the sprues in the set. I mean, this has been flogged to death, so it's sort of like a heads up to see what's coming, but these are monopose ones, and it's the set that GW is releasing are multi-part plastic kits. So you're going to get extra parts that you're just not going to see here. I think this is going to be part of a start collecting set in the future. So, the M for the Emperor. Can we get that to focus? There we go. Boom. There we go. Very nice sprues. But I'm not going to spend too long looking at the sprues because, as I say, everyone has flogged it to death, unfortunately. I missed my opportunity with that. I missed my opportunity to review this when the packs came out. Unfortunately. The ship has sailed on that one. I'm not going to upset anyone by over reviewing things. But it's worth looking at the one for the codex because, like I say, some people might not necessarily have the codex and have pre-ordered some of these items and will be wondering, do I have to buy a codex just to figure out how good this specific model is? So that's what the purpose of the video is. Leave me a comment down below if you're watching this not live, and let me know how I've done. Let me know how I've done with this video. Please let me know. I love to know how I went on and how we're doing with this video. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will open the floor to any questions. Is there anything anyone would like me to look at in the codex specifically? They keep showing the preacher, and the preacher's kind of cool. We've got wounds 4. The preacher's taking it for the team with the for the emperor. There we go. There's preacher. Looking at the rules for preacher, because I think he's kind of like a cool model. He's a very cool model, the preacher. And yeah, the preacher is kind of cool. Maybe I'll get some sisters on the future. At the moment I have Skaven Packmaster and a Seeker Chariot in Slaanesh. Do you know there are some of the new releases yourself? Yes, I'm getting a few of them. So the big tank looks so amazing, so amazing. The defenders look quite basic in plastic moulding from the magazine. Are they cheaper than no? There'll be GW prices, whatever GW is charging in your area. I know UK prices, but obviously rest of the world will differ. Looking at the preacher, which is kind of a cool model. The preacher is a very cool model. The preacher is a single model equipped with a las pistol and chainsword, so he does have a las pistol, which is handy. Movement 6 inch, weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 4, which I mentioned before, which could be handy. It's twice as many as an Astartes. Good night, enjoy your evening. Good night, Emma, bye bye. Save you see, they give you 4 wounds, and then what the Emperor giveth with one hand, he taketh away with the other, unfortunately. And the preacher has got a 6+ save. A 6+ save. Oh dear. Oh dear. So everything hitting this guy is not good. Las Pistol's range 12, pistol 1, strength 3, AP 0, damage 1. Chainsword is our chainsword, which is melee, strength user, and damage is 1. When the bearer fights, it makes 1 additional attack with this weapon because it's a chainsword. However, what the preacher is going to be giving us instead is some extra sort of abilities, which is going to be Rosarian. This model has a +4 invulnerable save. So we've got a 6+, and then they're actually saying, no. We're giving you 6+, but it's actually got a +4 invulnerable save. So just use +4 invulnerable every time. I think that's what they're expecting people to have, really, that everyone's just going to use the +4 invulnerable save. War hymns. Add 1 to the attacks characteristic model in Adeptus Ministorum Infantry and Astra Militarum Infantry while this unit is within 6 inches of friendly model with this ability. So that's what we are doing. Icons of the Ecclesiarchy. Whilst any preacher unit from your army are within 6 inches of any enemy chaos unit, subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of those enemies. So the preacher is going to be very handy, especially at 1 power level, going into the fight with chaos. And we'll just use the +4 invulnerable save to protect us. Keywords are character, it's a character, infantry, ministorum, priest, and preacher. And Sister Josephine Klauser, to be chosen by the living saint herself to fight at her side and to guard her against the malevolent attention of her foes. I can even comprehend the honour. Can I even comprehend the honour I have been afforded? I cannot. For while she is divine will of the Emperor, make manifest, I am but mortal flesh and blood, fallible, weak and unworthy, yet I shall fight to be worthy of this honour. O Emperor, how I shall fight, and when at last my body lies broken and bloody, I hope only that the saint shall look upon me where I lie and smile. I shall know in that moment that she did not find me wanting. Very, very interesting. But I love the Sisters of Battle. I love the female representation that we're finally getting in the battlefield. I mean, the Sisters have always been there, but we've finally got a bit of love with the new sculpts, which is very nice. And I do like a little bit of a she there, here and there. So it's because it's such a male-dominated Astrates world, we could do with some warrior nuns to please. We aim to please. So, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Is there any questions that anyone has? Do you want me to look at anything in the codex? Or I will wrap up this live stream and say a goodbye. So thank you ever so much, everyone, for being part of the live stream. It's been super duper fun having you around. It's been super fun having you pop by. And yeah, it's been super fun. It's been great having you pop by and looking at these interesting sort of releases. I've got my pre-orders. I hope you've got yours. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and leave me a comment down below if you've got any feedback of how I can improve on these videos. Please ding, subscribe for more, and check out the videos down below. Well, here as well. Thank you so much for being a part of the live stream, and also thank you everyone for watching on catch up. Yes, so thank you so much, and bye bye for now. The Emperor protects. Good night.